All right, so what's your name?
Shanell,
Shanell.
Nanny's Del Riser. I wanted to say sorry to my family. If you guys see this, I apologize. This is probably a rude awakening, but some of you know.
Shanell, how old are you?
I'm 39.
Where are you from?
I was born in Tucson. I lived in a small town called Oracle to 5th grade, and then I've lived in Phoenix pretty much the rest. I've been in several different places. Houston, Texas. I went to Holland in 1st grade. It was cool. My stepmom is Dutch. Simone.
So what's going on with you? What's
I've
your
been
situation
I've been
out
chronically homeless for 10 years. I actually it's I can't really talk about it. It's hard.
I'm sorry. What do you do out here to survive?
I've tried to go back to school, but my laptop burned in a car fire. I don't know if I can do this. I've had a really, really hard life. But yeah, like most of us get high just to try to feel better. Because I don't want to do this. This is so hard. I can't imagine people just seeing this, because it's just ridiculous. Oh, I'm like disappointed, but just mainly my kids.
How many kids do you have?
I have 7.
Where's your 7 kids at now?
My oldest is in college. He's super smart. He got a football scholarship and an academic scholarship. He's on the dean's list. He goes to Fort Lewis College. And then my daughter is with her dad. She's 17. My son is with my mom. He's 16. And then I have Jeremiah, Abraham, Annalisa, and Abriana. And my Jeremiah, Abraham, and Annalisa are with my aunt in Tucson, and Abriana is with her uncle in Santan, and I'm not allowed to see any of them. And that's pretty much what drags you to the street, I guess. Honestly, I slept on the side of the Family Dollar yesterday.
You said on the side of the Family Dollar?
In on the east side of Phoenix. And I just tried to do odd and end jobs, you know what I mean? I just got a job actually making $18.50 an hour for some coin share company that's remote.
Yeah.
So they're gonna send me a tablet and let's see how well this goes, but I have really bad health, and so there's been a few things. I work for some pretty good jobs, and my health basically got the best of me, and obviously probably because of I got ran over by a car when I was riding a bike a couple of years ago, and it gave me a paraesophageal hiatal hernia, which is a hernia of your esophagus. I've had surgeries on it, and it just keeps coming back, and I can't swallow food, and I pretty much have to eat everything liquid. And just hopefully this job works out, because it's not at a place where I have to worry about being tardy or maybe judgment of not looking all right, because I obviously look rough, I've been homeless for 10 years. But
How'd you hear about that job?
Offer Up Jobs.
Okay.
I was actually Offer Up just started jobs, and I was just reading through them, and I saw that it was remote, and I was like, cool, I hope I can do this,
So they're posting jobs on OfferUp now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, they are. And I did Manolo, which is an app that basically, say for example, Last Chance or Nordstrom needs jobs, you can actually go and work that day, and at the end of your shift you get paid. So it's not like any type of contract or anything where you're committing yourself to something. It's more of a day labor, but it's more professional, I think, because of the fact that they expect you to hold your word and stuff like that. You can't just say, oh, I want to do this job and not show up, because then they'll just say, okay, you cannot use my app. There's tons of them out there. It's not just Winolo, but that's basically how I would make ends meet too. I never really got into being a hooker, so I probably wouldn't be broke. Just saying. It's a joke, but I mean, someone's got to do it, and I'm the girls out there that do it. I mean, I give them credit, because sex sells. That's just honest. I just can't do it. I'd probably fuck somebody up with my stiletto or something. I'm not very girly. I'm kind of
probably have
boyish.
A bunch of weirdos coming up to you though out here, huh?
All the time. Like, I don't.
What do you do to deal with that type of stuff out here?
Well, for the most part, I try not to stay away from one of my baby's dads, Abraham. But we fight all the time, and then I'm by myself, and then I don't know. I just wish that, honestly, I had some stability in my life so I could be with my kids. I don't really care about anything else. All this here means nothing to me.
Do you still talk to them? Do you keep in contact with them?
Last time I tried to call him, I don't know if my son's phone changed or something, but the last I heard, my daughter had tried to hurt herself. And so I tried to get a hold of her, but they wouldn't let me talk to her. And my younger kids are in Tucson. I'm just thinking about just going to live there.
Yeah.
Just so I can go see my grandma before she dies. And so I can be there, just so one day they're not going to want him anymore, because they're not going to be young and cute. But I'll always want him.
How old are your kids? What age ranges?
My oldest is 19, and then my youngest is 3.
Okay.
And so my younger 4, we're talking about, there's 11, and then 9, and then 6, and then 3.
And they're with your grandma?
3 of them are with my aunt, who lives next door to my grandma. It's my biological father's sister. She adopted him. I tried to see him one time at my grandpa's funeral, and they made a human chain to block me from going to see them. They linked arms. I was with my oldest kids, and I'd actually talked to my cousin, and she was like, yeah, come over and see him, because that was the main reason why I wanted my Aunt Kim to have him, is because she was my godmother. I didn't really have a relationship with my dad's side of the family at all, because of some bullshit, but I thought that maybe it would be more of an open situation, to where we could visit them and stuff like that, but it was never open. They never really liked my mom, and I don't blame them. My mom has a way about her. She I always thought it was my dad that was being horrible, just keeping me from my mom, but it was always my mom that made me choose, either, we wanted to be with her or him, because if we were nice to them, we weren't going to be with her. And she didn't put it that way, but we always felt that way, So I never even gave my stepmom a chance. She was a really good lady. She was really good. She was from Holland. She had a son named Chase who married. So basically, my brother Chase and I were twins growing up, because his mom married my dad when we were both 3. I was just about to be 4. And we were in the same grade and everything, My stepmom made sure we weren't in the same class, so we didn't fight over everything and shit like that. I have another sister too, and I have 2 more brothers. My oldest brother and my youngest brother. I don't talk to any of them. I don't talk to them. It's my dad's birthday, actually. It's my dad's birthday. I just recently started to talk to my dad more. I've been trying to have a relationship with him.
Is he out here? Phoenix?
Tucson. He's a teacher.
Okay.
So hopefully they don't see this. I'm not even going to say his name.
So what if one of your loved ones does stumble across this interview? Would you like to tell them anything? You have any words for them?
It's just embarrassing. Honestly, it doesn't matter. Because, I mean, honestly, none of them have really cared about what I was doing. They don't lose sleep over it. I'm just curious about what they're doing because they have my kids. Yeah.
What if they try to reach out to you, or anybody else tries to reach out to you, like anybody that's watching this interview and they have help for you? Where can they contact you? Do you have an email or anything that you want to share?
Yeah, I guess. It's Riser Shanell at yahoo.com. It's just ReiserShanelle at yahoo.com. But I doubt it. Come on now.
What kind of help do you need out here?
I mean, I've already reached out to everything, like the sober living house. I even got an apartment for a while. They paid my move in, and that was during the pandemic stage. And I just need help with housing, basically, because it's so expensive. It's so hard to afford it and then afford anything else. Because if I actually had a roof over my head, I would be able to focus on other things, like, you know, my kids and sobriety. But I don't ever like abuse anything. I'm not like out there getting high and robbing people, or, you know, like trying to abuse myself, whatever, you know what I mean? I think in moderation, because I think I have like, I'm super lethargic if I don't do, you know, whatever I do to medicate myself, you know. And whenever I medicate myself, you can't tell the difference. I still speak right. I'm not all weird and doing like the shuffle. I'm not staring at my toes for 20 minutes all. I'm not. I'm just like, I think I'm normal because I'm medicating myself. But we crashed into a tree with our car going like 45 miles per hour, and it cracked my TP12 on my spine. I'm supposed to see a neurosurgeon, and so like I'm starting to slouch more and more every day. It sucks. And then I had internal bleeding in my jaw, like it had to go away because the seatbelt jacked me up, and then the airbags deployed and it set on fire, and it was crazy. It burned everything I owned. My laptop for my school. I was going to medical billing and coding, but we were like doing the sober living house thing where we were actually managers for it, me and my baby's father, but then it just didn't last. Because the guy that got us set up with it, like, basically was like, I'll train you, you'll be great. And then was like, okay, good, all right, bye. You know, and like never trained us, never did anything. He just was, I don't know, I think he was kind of like trying to do bad things with the whole sober living house situation. So he's not involved in it anymore anyways.
All right,
But
Shanell, well,
thank you.
thank you for sharing your story.
I'm sorry I cried through half of it.
It's okay.
That sucks. But I really miss my kids.
Are you okay if I share this on my YouTube channel?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, Shanell. Thank you.
Thank you.